Hi, everyone, and I'm so delighted to bring you a new video today. And how have you been so far? And all of that, I would love for you to share with me. But today, as you can see, I have Marina with me. Marina is an amazing, amazing NLP. She's a certified NLP Master Practitioner who will be really taking you to do some, well, how can I put it? How to link with relationship within yourself with others and show that compassion. And maybe, I mean, she will be explaining more, of course, but before we carry on and me to allow Marina to start talking, just want to remind you, subscribe if you haven't already done so. And for those who are new today, my name is Hayat and I am an RTT practitioner. So, Marina, how are you, first of all? Would you like to tell me a bit about maybe where you're from or what have you been doing so far? Have you done any kind of like really, really adventurous things during the COVID time? Have you been on holiday? Yeah, so please, what would you like to share with us today?
Sure, sure. Hello, everyone. And I'm originally from Russia, but I've been living in America for a long time. And I like to travel and visit other cultures. And yes, recently I have been visiting Europe, and it was difficult because it is COVID, and a lot of things changed. So sometimes patience is very needed.
Yes, yes. I just want to say, Marina and I met when we were doing intonation events because we're both in the intonation platform, and her events were all about relationship. Were all about really, really amazing, and a lot of people would show up to hear how can they align their kind of like true heart and true purpose with the person that they're actually trying to find or connect with, or even forgiveness and all of that. But obviously today is not about that. It's about completely different. I know we talked about it earlier, but kind of like what would be the exercise that would be given us? Not to give it in the beginning because we want our viewers to stay with us a bit longer. So maybe just a little bit of explanation what the exercise is going to be about.
Sure, and I'm glad you mentioned being a perfectionist. We want to everything be perfect and maybe be in control, and even our partners to be perfect in relationships or work and other situations. But it's not that possible because we're all different. We're all humans. We'll make mistakes, and sometimes it's easy to judge someone, right, by what we're used to, accustomed
Yeah.
to.
Yes.
But I think that a little bit of compassion and understanding goes a long way.
Yes, compassion, that amazing. It's a virtue as well. So compassion is a beautiful thing. Yes. And in your own words, for example, where would you identify compassion in your life, for example? Or since you were traveling, have you seen people show compassion or have you been able to actually, I don't know, yourself show them the compassion and
Definitely, it's a really good question because nowadays, specifically, because a lot of people are stressed, right? COVID times, and again, from my experiences traveling, some people lost jobs and they are angry and
yes.
they don't know exactly who, right? Who took their jobs, or why we're having this difficult situation in our lives. So I think that it's important to know that without compassion, just general to people around us, it's hard to basically deal with some of these situations because again, we don't know who to blame
Yes.
exactly for what we're having in our lives. So that's why I think that you can use compassion on anyone, strangers, people close to you, and just obviously to yourself.
Yes. I mean, if we were to talk about cultures, I'm going to mention a bit here about my own culture in Tunisia. Tunisians are very well known for hospitality and all of that. So I remember back home, for those of you who don't know, by the way, I'm from Tunisia originally. So I remember when I was young, our house was always open to people passing by, either for a cup of tea and a biscuit, for a chat, for and it was really, I didn't understand that. And I was like, oh my God, why are these people coming? But in your culture, what I mean, you're from Russia, you said, how is that? Do you kind of practice compassion a lot, or is everyone to their own?
A good question. What really I came to my mind, and I'm actually really happy to share with you something.
Please,
Um,
yes.
Obviously, I came from this maybe socialist structure of a society because I was born in the Soviet Union, and now obviously it's Russia. So compassion was kind of considered as just kindness, but it was almost like some people not deserving it. Which I think
Wow.
is not true, because everyone
Mm,
deserves it, no matter what
yes.
happened in their lives in the past. And
Mm.
I can give you one example. Um,
Yes.
yes, exactly. It's really interesting. I was traveling in Siberia for 5 days by train, okay, which is a large territory in Russia. I didn't fly. I was traveling from my grandparents' place to Sochi, and there was a convict on the train that
Oh,
was just released from prison, and it was not like you have your own compartment and with doors. It was just open so everyone could walk through and see other people on bunk beds. And I remember everyone whispering that, oh my God, he's convict, and be careful of him. And the guy, he looked normal, and I was very young, maybe 17 years old. He really wanted to eat, and he didn't have money to buy food in one of the stops, where train stops, it's train stations. And he really he was hungry. He was going for maybe half a day in the direction where I was going, and I saw him looking at food and asking the woman on the train station to give him one for free or something like that. And I felt I don't know why. What motivated me? I didn't know the man, right? Um, but I sneaked in, bought a little pastry that he was looking for, put it on his table near his bunk, and I hid myself.
oh.
And when he came back, he saw, he couldn't believe his eyes because he was so upset. Probably he was really angry with the world, for judging him, for not having
Yes,
money.
of
And then
course. Yes.
he immediately, yeah, so when he saw this pastry, and I don't remember what it was, he was so happy. Like,
Yes.
his eyes were all sparkling, lit up, and like
So,
I could
yeah.
feel his kind of joy, his um, I don't know, joy with the
But you
world.
were, but Marina, if I can share, you were his guardian angel there. You know the saying that we meet people that we cross paths with, but we don't know why, or even though you didn't see he didn't see you, you were actually probably a guardian angel that time for him, being the gentle and loving person you are. Because don't know you in person, but every time we met on internation and online, I can see that love. You're full of love. You're full of compassion itself. So I'm so glad that you're sharing this topic with our viewers today and giving them these simple kind of like, well, I know you're going to give us just one exercise. Yes.
Yeah, thank you. But also, Heidi, I just want to tell you that I don't even know what motivated me. I don't even think that I was just, full of specifically compassion. It was more like an impulsive action.
Yeah.
But I knew what it meant to him, right?
Yes.
And it was so empowering for me because I thought, oh my God, such a little thing makes someone so happy. So a
Yes.
kind word goes a long way. You don't have to buy necessarily things for people. Sometimes a hug may mean like
Yes.
so much, like $1 million
Mm.
for someone. So just being kind, like a smile, and just maybe forgiving a person for something that they may be suffering, because they did it. And if we will let them know that we forgive them for that, it may mean a lot to them, changing their lives.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hear this quite a few times in different platforms, which is hurt people hurt people. And if you show them compassion, maybe that will change the day. And what it really means, hurt people is somebody that's been hurt will always create something to hurt others without even realizing or witnessing. So by you breaking that cycle, showing them compassion or something like that, you never know, it might change their path of, life. It might change their direction altogether. So yeah, thank you very much for sharing. I'm sure our viewers would find that really, really interesting. As a young girl, you just acted on impulse, and as I said, you were that guardian angel for him that day. That's how I see it.
Yeah, thank you.
So yes, should we carry on now and maybe move on to the exercise that you were telling me about, that you're going to share with our listeners, please?
Sure, yes. And I'm really excited. And it's something that I learned from someone else, this exercise. And you can practice this anywhere. This is the beauty of it. You can be at the airport, standing in line, or at work. And you can practice it on a specific person, a group of people. Also, I just want to give you heads up that we will be doing different steps, but if you want to do each step a little bit longer, feel free to pause the recording and take your time visualizing this particular situation that we're telling you about.
Fantastic. Thank you. Yes. So I'm so excited. I want to do this with you. Okay. Lead me. Go on.
Sure. And again, choose a person for this exercise. You need to choose a person. And again, it could be anyone. It could be someone that you have some negative feelings about, or you had the confrontation about, or even the person that you're close to, your partner, right? And you just want to practice this compassion exercise on and see what the results are.
Okay.
Basically, this exercise should bring you closer to that person and understand where they're coming from. So with that, as you imagine this person, we'll go through steps. You ready?
Yeah. Do we take deep breaths? Do we close our eyes? What would you recommend?
Yes, feel free to close your eyes, and yes, get ready.
I'm going to take my
Peaceful.
glasses off for this. Okay.
Sure. Sit comfortably. Again, feel free to take a few breaths. Obviously, don't think about anything else going on. Just specifically visualize this person. And with attention on the person, repeat to yourself, you can do it silently, just like me, this person is seeking some happiness for his or her life. And visualize whatever comes to you. Okay, and as may you be thinking about some things that go through the mind of that person when they're looking for happiness, I want you now to focus on the second step. And again, with attention on this person, repeat to yourself silently, just like me, this person is trying to avoid suffering in his or her life. And with whatever comes to your mind, whether it's about you or about them, we're moving on to step 3. With attention on this person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person has known sadness, loneliness, and despair. Okay, again, with whatever comes to your mind. Now we're moving to step 4. With attention on this person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is seeking to fulfill his or her needs. And as we're coming to the next step of this exercise, once again, with attention on this person, repeat to yourself, just like me, this person is learning about life. You can say goodbye to this person, and when you're ready, come back to the room and open your eyes.
Wow.
How was it?
Well, I have to say, it was quite refreshing, and it was kind of like I could feel my heart open up as well for some reason. I don't know. And when you mentioned the suffering, all of that, I can actually resonate with that person and their suffering. And
Mhm.
yes, that was very, very powerful. Thank you so much. And just for those who maybe skip to the end, as you're doing the exercise, there'll be gaps of kind of like silence. Well, those gaps are for you to actually use the visualization technique and maybe really go deep. And as Marina said in the beginning, if you want to pause and take longer, and when you're ready, come back, that's even okay. And we're going to be putting the words as well on the description for you to kind of like repeat as well. So, wow, yes.
Yeah,
How,
yeah, no,
I
I'm
just
glad
want to,
you.
yeah, I
Yes.
just want to ask you, I'm sure you've done this yourself. How did you feel after doing this yourself?
Well, I actually did it many times. And the thing is this, when someone reacts in a way we don't like, we usually look at what's on the surface.
Yes.
But this exercise helps us to see the whole story, why the person is behaving a certain way. Because they
Yes.
suffered, because they have conflict, their needs are not met, and they really want to be happy. But it's their way of maybe, reacting. And when we understand this long story, we can treat them differently, not just
It's amazing.
judging and criticizing and
Yes.
reacting badly to them, but showing more compassion.
Yes, that is really, really amazing because when you actually do these little exercises, by the way, if you haven't checked out my other videos too, so they're all very simple techniques that help you to be uplifted and also empower you immediately. I mean, this little exercise, it didn't really take as long, but yet it really helped me to get more empowered about the situation or about my life. And I suppose you can even do it with yourself. If you get annoyed with yourself, you can even do that and say, well, I've gone through a lot. Can you not? I mean, it's just a simple question.
Yes, and I think the most powerful part of this, if you show compassion to someone else, compassion will be shown to you,
Yes,
maybe by another person, because
yes,
it's basically the energy, the power
yes,
that goes kind of invisibly, but it
yes,
does impact us really profoundly.
yes. I mean, I've read somewhere that when you're given, this is about, we say just be generous and all of that. Your mind doesn't know the difference. It's like given to the universe is like almost, it's like a fountain. So you're given is coming back, you're receiving as well. So the energy does not know the difference of giving, receiving, all of that. So that's so powerful. That's so amazing. I am so grateful to this, kind of like minute, or I don't know how many minutes so far, but for this little short time that I'm spending with you all alone, no international members, nobody else. so,
Yes,
so
yes, yes.
just to wrap up and say bye to everyone, obviously, do you have any last words?
No, I just want to say that now that we are in this holiday season, again, sometimes the best gift is a piece of compassion. So people who you may not even give a real gift, just be kind to them. Just smile at them, give them a hug if possible in COVID times, or just a kind word. I think it will be the best thing for many people who are really lonely right now, who are very going through different difficult situations, desperate, and just a little bit of kindness will be huge gift for those people, for all of us.
Of course. Thank you so much, Marina. I don't think I've done any of my videos so deep, because this is really so deep. It's more of a, service. It's a more of kind of like emotion. It's a more like, get in there, get involved, show love, because it's only when you open your heart and show it that it's going to come back and you'll be able to receive it. So thank you so much once again, Marina. And thank you everybody for watching and for listening. And yeah, if you haven't already done so, do subscribe, because I have many amazing videos coming up as well. You never know, maybe Marina can do another one with us soon. So thank you, Marina.
Welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Bye bye.